We're back with some breaking economic data. We've got new numbers out this morning on inflation. They show inflation is looking a little better than was expected. The consumer price index rose 2.8% in February. That's the year-over-year number. Inflation is up 0.2% on a month-over-month basis. NBC News business and data correspondent Brian Cheung joins us now to break down the numbers. Brian, first let's talk big picture. Walk us through those big numbers, how they compare with what we saw at the very beginning of the year.
Yeah, good morning, Joe. The inflation numbers not only show a sign of improvement, but it actually breaks a multi-month streak of rising inflation, which we hadn't wanted to see. As you mentioned, 2.8%. That's how much prices rose in America between February of this year and February of last year. That is down from 3% that we got as a reading in January. And as you could see, breaks that streak since basically the fall last year of a rising rate of inflation. Although I want to still point out that the inflation rate that economists say is healthy is still somewhere closer to 2%. So a lot more work to do on that front. But again, what economists were expecting going into this report was 2.9% around here. So again, that number coming in a little bit below estimates, certainly welcome news. And actually, you're seeing stock market futures trading higher, implying that the market open could be green, which would be welcome news after that slide that we've seen on Wall Street the past few days, Joe.
Yeah, no kidding. So let's break it down by category. Where are we seeing some of the biggest hikes?
Yeah, so when it comes to just the breakout of these categories, food, energy, and shelter, these are now the monthly changes that we're talking about here. So between January and February, food prices did go up, but they went up by 0.2%. That's a slower pace than the 0.4% we saw in the month prior. That's welcome news. Same story with energy prices. It rose by just 1% entirely in the month of January. It only went up by, again, 0.2% in the month of February. And then shelter costs, this is the biggest one for most Americans, just putting a roof over your head. It increased by 0.4% between December and January. It slowed to just 0.3% in February. So again, that also welcome news here. And I think all of that contributing to the fact that the overall headline inflation number came in below estimates, Joe.
Yeah, and that energy number is certainly a welcome change for so many people. So what happens if we break it down even more, the stuff we just spend money on every single day?
Yeah, because these are rates of change here, but I do want to show just the average prices that we see, right? These are the relatable things. Eggs. This is the one that everyone is talking about right now. A year ago, it's crazy to think about this. A year ago, it was $3 per dozen on average as measured by the government. Get this, now $5.90. A lot of that owing to, of course, the bird flu crisis, which we've been covering extensively here at NBC. But again, that's almost double what we saw last year. That is pinching a lot of American wallets. Milk prices going basically sideways, about $4.03, essentially unchanged from where we were in February. But then gasoline prices actually getting cheaper, interestingly, between February of last year and February of this year. Now, on average, again, depends on where you live, $3.26 per gallon. That's welcome news for a lot of people that might be trying to gear up for spring break.
All right, eggs up, gas down. We'll take it. Brian, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.